Welcome to the podcast about venture capital, where investors and founders alike can learn how VCs make decisions and reach conviction. Your host is Nick Moran, and this is The Full Ratchet.
Welcome back to The Full Ratchet. On today's special segment of Investor Stories, the investors address trends, sectors, and markets that they think are positioned for outsized returns in the future. This is the segment called What's Next? On today's special segment, we have Ben Wiener of JumpSpeed. Ben, can you talk about sectors or trends that you're bullish on?
Yeah, so because I'm geographically focused, I have to be open-minded about sectors, and I don't do thematic, top-down investment. Like, having said that, as I mentioned before, there are clusters of activity that we tend to see in our city more than not. So I do have to get smart about those things and think more about them. So that's general stuff like AI, machine learning, digital health. I spend a lot of time looking at and reading general SaaS and computer vision. I would say would be like 4 areas where I spend a lot of time trying to get smarter because I know I'm going to see stuff in those areas. But that doesn't mean that those are the 4 areas in the world that I think are most promising. Those are the 4 areas that I know I'm going to see more often than not. So I want to get smart about them. I don't prognosticate about, I'm not going to be the one writing that blog post at the end of the year, 10 trends that we're going to see in the world of startups in 2022. I'm not going to be the one writing that blog post.
Very good. On today's special segment, we have Vanessa Larco of NEA. Vanessa, can you talk about sectors or trends that you're bullish on?
Sectors or trends? I think, this enterprise SaaS has done a lot for product teams, for design teams, for engineers, for sales and marketing. But I still think finance teams haven't been given the best cloud-based tools. I think HR teams have much more on their plate and are being asked to be way more strategic than they have in the past, which is great for that org. It's great to pull them in, but they don't have the tools to deliver on the things that they've been given recently. So I think, tools for finance teams, tools for HR teams. I think customer success managers also don't have great tools. Every company I've worked at has these like homegrown, crummy customer success management tools. They never get the good stuff. So please, people, build for those users. They need good tools. I'm scouring the earth for some good CSM tools out there. Customer support is key to any company's brand. We've been saying that for 2 decades, but we need to be able to level up those teams and retain them better. So, always going to be looking at customer support. And then recently I've become obsessed with this one topic of, product-led growth companies. They're hacking together their go-to-market stack. Like Salesforce is not built for bottoms-up companies. None of these sales and marketing tools were built for that. And so they're hacking all this stuff together. And I'm like, what if someone built the next Salesforce for bottoms-up companies, not top-down sales, right? What if he built the next Marcom or demand gen company for bottoms-up adoption, not for top-down events and planning and stuff, right? What does that look like? I don't know, but we should start building for it. And if you got startups in that spaces, please let me know. But these companies, they need help. They need help.
Love it.
Salesforce isn't cutting it.
On today's special segment, we have Vic Pascucci of Energy Capital Ventures. Vic, can you talk about sectors or trends maybe within the energy space that you're bullish on?
I'm super bullish on what I'm seeing in decarbonization and carbon capture and carbon utilization. So the ability for some of these emerging sciences and actually well-established science to capture carbon at the well, at the distribution site, and also take carbon and reutilize it for other forms of either energy or materials, I think is really exciting, because then it really starts to get us as a country to a net zero carbon footprint quicker. And then also we're able to provide clean, reliable, safe energy to communities and businesses and industries across the country. So I'm super excited on decarbonization around in the ESG side. And then the digital transformation side within the natural gas industry, the same things we saw early on in InsurTech that we're seeing now with ML and AI being applied to, just like it was applied to underwriting, now we're applying it to preventive maintenance, to customer demand, to customer demand planning. I really like those plays that bring existing technologies and SaaS models to a legacy industry to make them better.
That will conclude this installment of Investor Stories. If you're enjoying the program and would like to see it continue, take a moment and leave a 5-star review in iTunes. Also, if you'd like updates on new content from TFR, as well as the top 10 VC articles every week, go to fullratchet.net and sign up for the newsletter. Okay, that will wrap things up for today. Until next time, over-prepare, choose carefully, and invest confidently. Thanks for joining me.